My first experience with playing video games is probably similar to some of you. I went to Blockbuster in 2007 with my dad, and we rented a Wii with Super Mario Bros. Galaxy on it. And it was honestly one of the best weekends I've ever had. I still think about it like it was just yesterday. And since then, I've genuinely spent countless and countless hours thinking, talking, playing, even editing videos about video games or on video games. It's truly changed my life, and I've genuinely met some of my closest friends playing video games, whether in person or online. Gaming and the culture around gaming has changed drastically in the last 15 to 20 years. There's been some positive changes, like it's never been easier to start gaming. Your phone is so powerful nowadays. Consoles are decently affordable. Computers, that's a little harder to say now, but usually you can also get a decent build for an alright price. So it's never been easier to start gaming today. On the other hand, we've seen a massive rise in aggressive and borderline unethical monetization system in gaming. AAA games from AAA studios are now releasing at around $80 a game, which is extremely expensive for the regular person. Whether the changes have been positive or negative, the culture in gaming has shifted in massive ways. But there is something missing nowadays. There's a certain connection that we just don't get anymore, and that would be a LAN party. Let's talk about it. Let me ask you this. When's the last time you physically left your house to go to someone else's house to play a video game with them? Whether that's a split screen or computers in the same room. Well, I can tell you mine. My 16th birthday, where we played Modern Warfare 2 on an Xbox for hours on hand. That whole night is what we did. I'm 24 now. That's almost 10 years ago. Local area network, or simply known as LAN, was something that you did to connect two devices together so that they could communicate with each other. For example, a computer and a printer can connect through a LAN cable to communicate with each other, and the computer can send a document to the printer so it can print it. But that's the boring answer. I want to tell you about my LAN parties. Back in the good old days, people actually brought their computers over to someone's house. So you would have a basement, computers, Counter-Strike, pizza, Mountain Dew, and Doritos. That's all you could ask for as a gamer in the early 2000s. There's actually one YouTuber that I really like that encapsulate this aspect very, very well. Swedish YouTuber Anomaly, big Counter-Strike guy, is the only guy I really found that has videos that encapsulate what a LAN party was. There's a bunch of videos of his that I go back so often and watch because it's nostalgic for me in a way. I really like watching his old videos of LAN parties. Apart from the computer LANs that people did, there's also something introduced with consoles called split screen. And that's usually the type of LAN that I did. It wasn't really a LAN technically, but it's pretty much an Xbox 360 or PS3, and then you would play a game and it would split your perspective into 2, 3, or 4 different screens on the same TV. Now that we've talked about the classic types of LAN parties, there's another one that I think we should talk about. One that I think has been the dream of many gamers at one point in their lives. The Esport LAN tournaments. The always evolving world of esports has been a thing since 1972. Believe it or not, that's when the first tournament took place. Nowadays, LAN tournaments are usually held for the big tournaments. Something like EVO, Dota 2 The Invitational, a Counter-Strike major, Call of Duty majors, Worlds for League of Legends, that type of things. But back in the day, you had to hold these tournaments as LAN. There wasn't really internet to connect fast enough to play games like we do now. And an old school esport LAN tournament really looked like what we described earlier. 5 people with their computers sitting beside each other, but just on a much bigger scale. What's crazy to me is I've been watching esports since 2012, and it has evolved since, but like it's still very similar to what it is today as it was 10, 15 years ago. Now you just like have LANs in big arenas where there's fans of gaming teams cheering on their teams to win the game, win the tournament, the trophy, and the money. It's really, really big industry, and it's still growing to this day. And when I was a little guy, I thought, you know, maybe I can become the next big esport player in Call of Duty, because that's what I used to watch and play at the time. And then I saw this clip happen live, believe it or not.
There's two in the corner. They're gonna go, just rotate, guys, just rotate, give it up, just give it up. Alright, yeah. Good job. If you can get that time, that's huge. Shit, boy!
And I mean, what am I supposed to do? I can't compete against that guy. So my dreams of becoming an esport player really kind of dwindled after that. While we're on the subject of Call of Duty and esports, I actually held my own Call of Duty LAN with some of my friends. We played on a PS3 and it was a lot of fun. It's almost been 10 years since my last one, but I also wanted to know what their experiences with LANs were before we partook into these ones.
The meme culture, right? Like, the whole concept of LAN, like, seemed completely foreign to me because it just, like, I grew up on an island with, like, 5 people and, like, 5 cottages on it, so, like, the idea of internet was pretty far-fetched to most people there. So when I first came to Canada and got to get into like iFunny and stuff like that, seeing like the top text, bottom text memes of like Leroy Jenkins.
All right, thumbs up. Ready, guys? Let's do this. Leroy Jenkins!
And like World of Warcraft LAN parties, StarCraft LAN parties, the photo with that guy taped to the ceiling, you know, classic stuff like that. That's when I realized I was like, oh, I want to be that age and have friends that I can sit in a room and play games with and just like riff off each other all night and just eat a bunch of bullshit.
Like actual LAN party with like multiple consoles or multiple computers set up like in one room on one connection. I've never done that. And the only thing that I like knew about that sort of thing was just pictures and videos I'd seen on the internet, because I was born a little too late to experience that sort of thing. By the time I was getting into gaming, internet connections were just already a thing, right? So like fast, high-speed internet and multiplayer games, like there was really no reason to play games in the same room as somebody when you can have arguably a much better experience connecting from different locations.
After getting our asses kicked by Kade at Call of Duty, I asked Ben what he thought about esport LAN tournaments.
I've watched a few clips from like Worlds and stuff like that. Evo, whether or not you can call like fighting games like that LAN is kind of up in the air, but I watched a lot of like in-person stuff like that.
Playing Call of Duty on an old PlayStation 3 really brought me back to my very first type of LANs. But that wasn't the thing I set out to do when I first started making this documentary. The main goal of this documentary for me was to see if I could recapture this era of gaming, this era of the late 90s, early 2000s, and early 2010s. But really quickly, I found out that old computers are expensive or just don't work anymore, and it would be a pain in the ass to set up properly. But consoles are still working perfectly fine. You can still play Black Ops 2 split screens with your friends on a PlayStation 3 or an Xbox 360. That's what I ended up doing for that kind of LAN. And for the other type of LAN, the computers, that was one hell of a setup. The first step before even thinking of gaming at a LAN party is the setup. And today our gamers are putting together a 3-computer setup in Victor's unfinished basement. But dear viewers, you'll come to realize very quickly that the logistic of a LAN party can be a challenge even for the tech-savvy individuals. This is a small reminder that a LAN party is for fun and that there is a high probability of banter between participants, which may include some profanity.
Put it down right there, that's okay. Hi Gareth. This is us setting up for the LAN party. It's going great so far. Careful of the monitor behind you.
Kick the monitor behind me.
As the setup process continued and Ben kicks the monitor behind him, the first issue of the unfinished basement revealed itself.
Our screen's almost. Great idea. This
Lots of noises around.
Might be
With the lovely sound of a water heater in the background, this is a perfect opportunity to introduce the fourth member of the LAN, Carter. We tried to set up Carter's laptop, but his laptop unfortunately could not play Counter-Strike, so he became the man behind the camera. With the desks and cameras nearly set up, it was time to move the computers into place.
Ladies and gentlemen, the computer boots again. Plugged it all back in.
Another cat.
Kat has found another cat.
This one's all different colors.
It's all different colors.
Yeah. Oh my god. The static coming off this cat is unreal.
You should come and touch my computer now.
I'm gonna touch your motherboard.
Please don't do that.
Dude, this cat might love you.
Don't do. You don't know what's gonna.
Something else the boys struggled with was cable and power cord management. Something only Ben struggled with turned out to be speaking in a camera without a lav mic plugged in.
I want to beat my friends at 2v2 right now, and I want to go to bed before 2 a.m. Hello, everyone else.
As Victor and Ben struggle with their cable management, Carter found a friend. Her name is Olive, and she loves to be held.
Yes, you can turn off the computer.
But I already booted into CF.
Unfortunately for your ears, this is a great example why an unfinished basement does not make the greatest of filming location.
Wow. Sorry, I'm
Kitchen chairs, even?
chicken
stairs.
With the monitors in their respective locations, we will take a deeper look into something sick and twisted. Ben's mouse.
You're a freak with your mouse. Get a close-up of that mouse, dude.
Yeah, you thought my fucking keyboard was stupid? Get a load of this bad boy. Ready, podium shot.
There is simply not enough words to describe this abomination of a mouse.
You like that?
A LAN party cannot be successful without some snacks, and the boys did not disappoint. And for the inexperienced Mountain Dew drinkers in the audience, here is a Mountain Dew sommelier going over the exquisite characteristics and taste palette of a vintage Mountain Dew bought from the store earlier that day.
Today we're going to be enjoying a lovely 2026 vintage Mountain Dew, as you can see here on the bottle. A beautiful nuclear green color there. You'll see it's got a lot of sediment going on. That's typical for this era of Mountain Dew. Allow me to grab my goblet here. If you can see the beautiful hiss, that means that it's nice and fresh. Unopened Mountain Dew, and let's have a look at the glory shot here. You see, the nuclear green color tends to come more from the bottle than the liquid itself. Instead, the liquid itself tends to assume a bit more of a pea color, and that's kind of what we're more looking for here in this. You see the beautiful bubbles here, the carbonation. It's a little
Fucking autofocus.
It's okay. Get a load of the beautiful coloring there. On the nose. On the nose.
Are you okay?
I got it in my nose. Oh, give me a second. I just want to say I'm incredibly sorry for my usage of these words that I've made up today. They won't happen again. This video is monetized, so I will be making money when you come and watch my apology.
What do you mean?
I won't be donating anything to charity. It's gonna go directly to my bank account, and I've wired it from Victor's bank account to my bank account. It's all me. It's all me. It's all my money. No, it isn't.
Good stuff, man. That is some good.
Oh, I sniffed in more. That's bad.
That
Okay.
is some good stuff.
It smells great. That tastes less like battery acid than I even remember it tasting, is the crazy part. Tastes like green.
I'd like
Just
to
like
have
mom.
a taste.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah.
I don't have cooties.
Here, give me a little.
Not as cameraman.
Hi. This is my first time having Mountain Dew, actually.
Hold
First time.
on.
Really?
Focus.
First time ever. Not even kidding.
We'll get 2 angles.
All right. Yeah, as needed.
I'll go low.
I'll get prepared for the throw up.
All right.
I got it.
Here we go. It just tastes like sugar water.
Tastes like green, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tastes like green.
Yeah.
Oh, this one's shooting in 24 frames, isn't
It's not that good.
No.
No, it was never meant to be good. It's green.
Oh, no, it's $29.97.
It's not that good.
Okay.
You know, I prefer Doritos.
Dude,
I think we're almost there.
With the drinks flowing, the computers plugged in, and Counter-Strike booted up, it is time to introduce the gamers.
Sacrificing goodness in the middle of the street. Leave your body bleeding like you were for a piece of meat. Raw body skin on the fucking pavement. Caved in slow with your brain on the wall. Freddie gonna kill you with the pistol he be packing. Freddie is a killer, no he never ever lacking. What the fuck you did, bitch? I put you in the dirt. Watch the blood squirt from your neck, you fucking hurt. Smoking on the dope while I hang you from a rope. Says you take the final breath. Look into my eyes, you talking nothing wise. Fucking with the feeling gonna make you fucking cry. Deep so deep in the motherfucking forest. Looking like some mouse, I don't think no one will notice. Deep so deep in the motherfucking forest. Looking like some mouse, I don't think no one will notice.
That looks so funny.
And the moment you've all been waiting for, the actual LAN party begins.
Here, I'll vote. This is ridiculous.
In like a cool way.
As the loud clanking sounds of keyboards and mice can be heard, the gamers are warming up as best as they can with a little amount of space available to them.
Let's run over. No screen peeking.
Bitch.
Bitch, get fucked. Dude.
Hey, let's get in a real game. I think we're ready.
I think we're ready.
I think we're ready. I think we're ready to
I need
crush.
to put game mode on.
Dude, I just want to show like the two randoms we get, the fucked up setup we have.
Yeah, because I can go and talk.
The first game starts. The emotions are high. Victor talks to their teammates between two mics, clearly showing how ridiculous his setup is.
Here, I'm gonna talk into this other guy's mic. Watch this. Hey, how's it going? I'm in this game too.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, we have a ridiculous explanation that more than likely will not make sense to anyone who has not played Counter-Strike.
These are Counter-Strike skins that I paid real money for, and
Oh,
I can
baby.
also sell for real money.
Oh, that's what they make
They make you better, and this is a $300 knife with a pair of $100 gloves.
Next time I go around the corner, I'm jumping. You won't headshot me.
You're jumping out of
sorry, I
the
gotta
chair.
lock it. Yeah, this is it makes me a better gamer.
Fuck, dude.
Nice try, nice try, nice try. Oh, fizz bump, land fizz bump.
Yep,
We can do land fizz bumps.
Good round.
As the first game was winding down, the eccentricity of the situation finally started to settle in. Even as they lost, the boys' spirit had never been higher. Everyone was having so much fun, in fact, it did not matter if they won, although it would be nice to have a victory.
Now, we have to win this game.
I want to win.
We actually have to win this game.
Now you may be wondering what you're looking at. Well, this is in-game footage. Victor was so stressed out before the first game, he actually forgot to press the recording button in OBS. Don't worry, you really did not miss much.
Did you see that?
And for this second game, there's going to be a mix of this in-game footage in our new camera angle.
He'll never know. They're all there.
Walk in, Manxie. They're coming.
It's
It's all you. It's all you. Oh!
Backflip.
Oh!
Nice try, nice try.
Six health. I
Nice
had
try,
6
nice
Nah,
health.
it was good. It was
All
good.
good, all
You
good, all
did-
good.
Although the loss in the first round set the tone for the rest of the game, the boys' spirit were still extremely high.
Bro was like in a
It's just round one.
An unfortunate reality of the LAN party is the space you share with others. Kade and Victor are practically playing on the same keyboard and mouse the whole time.
my fucking way, dude.
Yeah, literally like you are bumping hands.
Let's.
This is a bad start.
Yes, really bad. Our teammates. I'm top frag. I'm on a damn laptop.
Unfortunately for the boys, the bad start just kept going and going and going.
Oh.
Even after losing round after round, the guys never fought with each other. As Ben explains it, it's really hard to get mad at your teammate who's sitting right next to you.
It's okay. It's okay. It's fine. We got a long game ahead of us.
We got a long
Is
game.
that it's really hard to tilt when you are right next to the guy who, if I tilted it, would.
This is true. This is true. You have to stay polite.
I have to stay polite, otherwise this would come to light.
Even in defeat, there's always some highlights. Here are some of the boys' highlights.
Yeah, don't swing it.
Nice shot.
Whoa, whoa, what's happening?
Can you go with him?
Nice. He's up there too.
Standing on where he is.
Nice. Beauty.
Yeah,
Beauty.
one kit, probably one T-spawn, one kit, maybe.
Get. Beautiful.
Let's go.
Beautiful.
Let's go. The laptop hopper. What can I say, baby? What can I say? Woo!
Here is an extra highlight for your viewing pleasure. That was an insane fucking shot.
Overcoming cat.
They're up there.
Nice.
Watch the rotate from kit.
As the second game was coming to a close, so was the evening. It was getting late and everyone was tired. But the boys all left with the feeling that they needed to do this, and that none of them had felt like this in a very long time. After a couple of days had passed, I interviewed Ben and Kade about the LAN experience and what they thought was missing from gaming culture today. Their answers were honestly very sincere and well-spoken, and I think it's important to highlight them before my final thoughts.
It's something that like I didn't know I yearned for or needed until like I did it. I think it was a lot more fun than I expected it to be. In the same way that playing split screen is fun, but I think because of how ridiculous the setup was and how just so janky it is, I think that made it more fun to me because of how stupid it was. Like we're all like shoulder to shoulder basically in the tiniest little space. I'm playing on a literal laptop, getting like on a horrible monitor that I can barely see what I'm looking at, and somehow that made it more fun.
It's funny because it's like, one part of me is like, this is cool because this is something that I've always wanted to do, and another part of me sort of realizes how totally impractical it is now. Like, just places are not set up anymore for like, even like with our LAN party, 4 people to be in one room playing one game was difficult as fuck to set up. Even if you like throw aside all the cameras, right? The focus is more on like couch co-op. You don't get it as much where everyone's got a different console, different computer, and we're all doing the same thing. You sort of I feel like now people substitute that with like, we have multiple controllers and we're playing the same game. Which is like what we do with like Call of Duty, right?
One thing is the energy, like the camaraderie. Like even if we won 1 out of 12 rounds of Counter-Strike, right? That one round that we win, we're just like patting each other on the back. Yeah, good. Fist bumps all around. That energy I think is very similar in a way to like those dudes when they win a round in a Counter-Strike tournament and like they like, let's get hyped. Let's keep each other like, you know, pats on the back. I think that's really fun. That's something that I've never experienced before, and it's something I didn't really expect. So I really like that.
You compare like what we did like to that like in the same game.
No. I think the intention was there. I think the intention was there to make it feel like that. And you know, we've got all of our cool gamer intros and stuff like that. But I think that at the end of the day, we're just a couple of guys fucking about in a basement, you know? Yeah.
We had the feeling.
We had the spirit. Yeah. It may not have had the execution, but the spirit was all there.
Playing over an internet connection, but the social aspect of actually playing with your friends on location. Like, when's the last time, since when we did like the split screen thing, when's the last time you've played split screen? Like, ever. And I think that is super cool. I think, 1, games don't support split screen anymore, which is part of the problem. And 2, nobody, I mean, it's like, oh, what? I'll just join you online. Why would I come to your house? And you know, it's of course a worse experience, but because it's worse, I think it's more fun, and it adds to the jank. It adds to the fun of it. Being next to your bros, having some snacks and drinks. That's part of the fun. I think we're missing that, and that kind of goes into like the fact of like, you know, when you're playing online games now, everyone's in Discord, everyone's in a party chat. You're not meeting new people. You're not talking in game chat really, and I think back in the day, if we weren't forced onto game chat, like in PS3 days, I wouldn't have met any of my friends, right? The friends I still talk to today. And I don't think kids now are getting that same experience, and I think that's missing a lot.
Sometimes the game and the companies that make the games want the game to be the primary text. I think that it's important to recognize that you're here with your friends for a reason, and that's because you like spending time with your friends. Keep playing games with your friends, go outside, meet your friends IRL, hang out with them, but just like realize that the important part of what you're doing is the people that you're spending time with, I think.
I think more people should play games with their friends on location, because it's a lot more fun than you remember. As a kid, you might think it's just nostalgia looking back on it, and you think, oh, my gaming PC is way better now. It's way better from at home on my good internet, playing over Discord, over good voice quality, with my own, in the comfort of my own home. Just go play with your friends. Bring a PS3, PS4, whatever you have, set up split screen, because that's the easiest way, and just game, because it is so much more fun than just playing over an internet connection. Way more fun.
When I first sat down to write my thoughts about the LAN party I did this year, I wasn't really sure what to write, honestly. I was thinking about the past LAN parties I participated in and the esports tournaments I watched in the past. And like, the feeling of the ones from this year and the one from the past were really similar. It's like super, super bittersweet and melancholic. Because on one hand, I'm so glad we did it this year. It really brought me back to my childhood when I was 8, 9 years old, playing with my friends and all that stuff. But on the other hand, it kind of hurt how, like, that's missing from today. Like Kate said, it's so much easier to just join a Discord call and play games online with your friends. It was really special being able to fist bump Kate and Ben in person, sitting literally right here. And even after going back to playing with some friends online, I miss having my friends playing right here beside me. I didn't think it was gonna hit me as hard as it did, because it's like, wow, some people won't get to experience this, and I miss that. I miss that feeling so much of playing with your friends right here. We're so connected online nowadays. It just doesn't feel like this is a thing that people think about anymore, which it isn't. Nobody talks about, hey, come over to my house, let's play the new Call of Duty together. It's, oh yeah, sure, I'll be on tonight. I'll play games tonight. Yeah, no worries. But on the other hand, like they both said, it is such a pain in the ass to bring all of the computers over and make sure everything is set up properly and everybody has enough room, because we did not have enough room for 3 people, let alone 4 people if we could have had Carter also set up in here.
So we're just doing this. We can warm up with this. This is fine. We need to.
I didn't really have a statement prepared for the end of the video, so I wrote one as I'm editing this project. If there's one thing I learned from this project, is that spending time doing things you love with your friends is really important. Everyone, including myself, needs to make more time and go see their friends. This whole experience felt nostalgic, but I really don't think it was. It was awesome, and frankly, it felt normal to play games with my friends beside me. That's another important thing. We all need to play games together in the same room like the good old days. Thank you for watching.